Welcome to another episode of Mental Health Mondays, where we talk to guests who are either mental health professionals or somebody who lives with or experiences a mental health challenge or mental health advocates. We are going a little bit live, we're going early, a little bit early live today, which is awesome. I hope you all had an amazing weekend and it was Super Bowl Sunday, so hopefully you got a chance to watch that. But I am super excited to bring my guest on today, DJ Uch. He's going to give you some information about finance. So let me bring him up and let me unmute you. There we go. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, DJ Uch.
How's it going?
I am excellent. How are you doing this fine morning?
Unbelievable.
And I know it's earlier where you're at, and you're in California. Is that right?
Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas.
Close.
Close. Yeah,
Neighbors.
definitely. Well, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
My name is DJ Uch. We teach regular working people how to master the stock market and Bitcoin so you can make more money at Your Stocks Now Academy, which is exciting. It's an amazing opportunity for you and for others to really learn about the markets, grow, and basically make money while you sleep. I mean, who doesn't want to do what they want to do when they want to do it? When you get to travel, when you feel like it, when you get to kind of maybe take time off of work or leave that job that's really annoying you, or maybe put that business to the side instead of making it a business that you're in, make it a business that you're working on. Whatever the case may be, our students are amazing at learning the markets and getting all of their dreams right now.
That is awesome. It's definitely something that I have stepped into more recently over the last couple of years. And the main reason I wanted you to be on because I really feel like finances, stock market, all of that is really a life skill that people should learn. And if they can learn it sooner than later, I got into it pretty late in life, and there's still a lot that I don't understand. So
Yeah, so what stocks are you touching? What investments are you looking at currently?
well, I had a buddy at my old job that uses Robinhood, and so he had me look into that. And then I do have a financial advisor at Edward Jones that handles most of the rest because I don't know, I feel like I'm a little lost in that.
What makes you feel lost exactly? What's the bigness of it that kind of puts you on your toes or puts you on your feet?
I would say it's more of not knowing like which stocks to buy. And
Mhm.
then I know it's such a volatile market right now from what I understand, but like some stocks are like really, really expensive and then some are super cheap. So you get in low. And there's so many that I just feel like it's a lot to try to understand where the best place to put your money is.
Sure, that makes complete sense, which is why at our academy we teach you where to look exactly. The thing is, the markets are easy. It's the thing that most people don't realize because I know that for me, I'm not, I mean, I'm from the hood. I didn't grow to Harvard. I didn't grow up with the silver spoon. And for a long time, I used to look at those funny numbers on the screen and say, ooh, that looks complicated. That's not for me. That's for people who went to school for this. It's not for someone like me. I'm going to leave it up to the experts, quote unquote. And when I finally figured out how the markets work, I said, oh man, this is easy. In fact, I often say it's easier than football or Real Housewives. And the reason why is because most people know about football and Real Housewives. We just had Super Bowl Sunday, and you can find many people in America and even in the world that can name every quarterback to every team, every coach to every team, or at least to their favorite team. They know all the X's and O's. They know how things are moving. They know exactly what's happening on the field when things are happening. And how much do you get paid to know that stuff?
Nothing.
Exactly. And the X's and O's in the stock market really, it's almost as simple, if not simpler. It's only about getting the applied knowledge. And that's what we teach our students to do. Once we show them exactly where to look, they say, this is actually easy. I say, yeah, it is. The Real Housewives. If I were to put on Bravo and start watching the Real Housewives of Potomac or Atlanta or Beverly Hills or pick a city, Salt Lake City, I would be lost. I wouldn't know who the women are. I wouldn't know who they're talking about. I wouldn't know their husbands. I wouldn't know who they have beef with. I would know zero. I would know nothing. Yet people watch it and people know everything. They know it so much they could host the reunions if they wanted to. And ultimately, it pays them nothing. And the beauty of the markets is that when you pay attention to the stock market, when you pay attention to cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs, options, the things that we teach our students, we make it very simple for them and approachable. See, the thing is, there's a lot of people from Harvard or Yale, the Ivy League, Stanford, who talk up here. They like to talk up here. They have funny acronyms after their names, and they like to sound smart. What we like to do is bring things down here to an eye level so that you and I are understanding it and we're both on the same page. Once upon a time, I used to know about this, or at least learn about this stuff. And I would talk to people who were up here, and it was like hearing Chinese, and I don't speak Chinese. Once I brought it down here to eye level, I said, oh, okay, I'm getting this stuff. And now with our students, we're able to not only keep it here, we're able to lower it here. It's very much on my heart to make this whole thing very, very simple, because you know, Kelly, that there's people who make so much money in the stock market and cryptocurrency. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not rocket scientists. They're not, two of my sisters are doctors. They're not cutting bones and doing surgery. They're literally looking at charts and looking at market data in order to know, okay, what should I buy and what should I sell? It's very, very simple stuff.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, I guess it is, it's like anything in life, right? Like if you just take a moment to really get to know what you're watching or what you're investing in or any of those things, you're going to understand it better. So that makes a lot more sense. So tell me a little bit about this academy that you do.
Yes, Your Stocks Now Academy. We actually started in the pandemic. My background as a DJ, as I'm DJ Uch. I've been a DJ. I'm in my 18th year of DJing this year.
Wow.
And yeah, and when 2020 happened, so many of my friends, family, they said, dude, what are you going to do? You remember the global pandemic, what it did to nightlife, what it did to hotels, what it did to restaurants, people who manage 5-star restaurants and hotels, making loads of money, ended up getting furloughed, ended up losing their jobs. You had servers, you had bartenders, you had security, you had door people. So many people who were completely shut down, hit with financial ruin. These are people with families, people with kids, people with mortgages, and life just like that ended their financial well-being. For me, my friends did not want that to happen to me. And I said, oh, relax, guys. I don't have to work. And they were like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I said, yeah, no, I don't have to work. I've been in the markets for years. And then from there, I traveled to Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the first time. I went to Utah for the first time. I went to Idaho for the first time. I went to Phoenix for my friend's birthday. I went to San Diego for the beach. I went to Atlanta to see my sister. I went and her husband. I went to New York for my birthday. And I did all that in 6 months of the pandemic. First 6 months of the pandemic. For my friends watching me from afar, they said, dude, what are you doing over there? Because you don't have to work. And I'm not understanding. I said, oh, again, I've been in the markets. They said, okay, teach me what you know. So I started teaching them. I didn't even know anyone wanted to learn, let alone learn from me. And they told their friends because they were making money. And then I said, oh, okay. And I started teaching them, people I didn't even know. And then I wrote a couple of books. In fact, this one I wrote here, 10 Ways for You to Win the Stock Market. It's the #1 bestseller on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes. And mom is very proud of that. And there I put in my principles for what I believe makes you a healthy and smart investor in the stock market. And I started doing media, picked up some media coaches. I've had multiple national media appearances on a show called The List, which airs on ABC and NBC and Fox, CBS affiliates all around America, talking about how to make more money, talking about NFTs, talking about different things. And the academy has blossomed. I start with 2 or 3 of my friends from high school, and now we're over 55 students. So many people are coming aboard. We have a goal of 1,000 students by this October, start of fourth quarter 2022. And the idea is getting the message that the markets are easy and dreams come true out to more people. Because for me, Kelli, I drive my dream car, a Mercedes-Benz CLA 250. You could not have paid me to believe at one point that I would be in that position. In fact, 5 years ago, I was broke on a couch in LA. Broke on a couch. Have you ever been broke?
I have, yes.
Yeah, what a feeling. Yes. And have you ever slept on a couch before?
I have. I actually have crashed at a couple of friends back in the day, for sure.
Yes. And that was something that I had done before college. And, oh, yeah, I'm just going to crash for the night. Or maybe at a friend's house for the weekend, especially my younger years. Oh, I'll just crash on your couch. No big deal. I ended up living on a couch, my friend's couch in LA. It was meant to be a couple of days turned into a week turned into weeks turned into an entire summer. And after a couple of months of sleeping on a couch, knowing that that was my bed, I said, man, this is not the way life is meant to be lived. And then I found Bitcoin. It was at $5,000 and I started to buy it then. Current rate now for Bitcoin is about $43,000. Last I checked, all-time high for Bitcoin is $69,000. The experts told me, oh yeah, it's fake money. Don't worry about it. You're wasting your time. A lot of my friends said, dude, you're buying digital money. What are you, nuts? Are you stupid? They thought I was crazy. And now those same friends in LA go watch their favorite Laker team at crypto.com arena. So it ended up working out in the long run.
So I know there's this thought that you have to have a lot of money to be able to get into stock. What do you say?
Yep, that's a fallacy that many people believe because, again, they don't even know where to start. The beauty of our academy is that when you take our Stock Market 360 course, after lesson 1, Kelli, you know 10 times more about the stock market than most people. And how do we know this? Because most people are guessing. They have zero idea of what's happening, and they're paying people to know what to do, and they're hoping that that person knows what they're doing so that they make money in the long term. Imagine driving a car. Well, let's put it like this. Can you imagine knowing where to go, yet you're not driving the car, you're in the passenger seat, and the person driving the car for you is driving in a direction that you know is not the road that you want to go in? Have you ever been in that situation?
I have not.
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where you've driven with someone who they clearly did not know where they were going?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Not a great feeling. And in those moments, at least for me, I often say, man, I wish I was driving. And that's the beauty of what we do at our academy. We teach you how to drive. We help you discover the market such that you know exactly how to navigate the roads. And one of the things we teach our students, and we talk about this often, is inflation is kicking your butt. It's kicking all of our butts right now, especially right now. In this global pandemic, we've printed trillions of dollars, and it's just made up zeros in a screen. It devalued our currency to a large degree. With that, asset prices have risen. You've seen the value of stocks, the value of crypto, the value of gold and silver, the value of real estate shoot up. Mm-hmm. And that's because of inflation. It's not that these things are more valuable. It's that the value of the dollar is going down. With that, there's so many different stocks and cryptocurrencies you can buy for literally dollars, $10, $20, $30, $40. If you have that, then you have enough to get into the stock market or cryptocurrency. Obviously, you want to do it knowing what you're meant to be doing. Chapter 1 of my book actually is get a mentor, because it's I remember when I used to guess my way through it and it didn't make me any money. It was inconsistent and it was literally like guessing the entire time. So get a mentor. You want to have a mentor for when you actually pick stuff up in the market. With that, we've seen students of ours get in with large sums of money that they're getting into the markets when they start with us, $50,000, $60,000. We also have students who started with $100. When I bought Bitcoin, I was broke on the couch. I started with $100. It was the only money that I had, because you can buy some Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin. There's some people who think, oh, Bitcoin's $43,000. I don't have that money. You can buy a piece of it. It's like buying a gold watch or a gold earring or gold chain or gold coin. It's not that you have to buy an ounce of gold or a gold bar, even though I like to buy gold and silver bars. You don't have to buy that much. You can buy whatever you have. You can buy $40 worth of gold, $30 worth of gold, $20 worth of gold, whatever you have. You can do the same thing with cryptocurrency, and you can do the same thing in the stock market. Get in where you fit in. If you're not able to afford Bloomingdale's, well, then go to the next step, Zara, go to H&M, go where you can afford to get clothes, because if you're walking around with no clothes, it could be awkward.
Definitely. No, and that makes so much sense. When I got onto Robinhood, it was to buy Dogecoin. And so that's really, but then I was like looking at Bitcoin, and I was like, holy moly, like it's so expensive. And so, I know you could buy like portions, and the question that comes up for me is it valuable to make this a long-term game, or do you kind of play in the short and long term?
Me personally, I play in the short and long term. We teach you in our academy how to do both, because everyone's different. Some people want kind of the quick and fast, and some people want the steady Eddie. Let my money sit and grow for a while. And I referenced inflation before. If you're not taking your dollars and investing them, you're losing, period. Because think about your favorite candy when you were a kid, Kelly. What candy was that, if you can remember?
Oh man. I know that we used to go to a candy store all the time, and I like the little fake cigarette bubblegum things.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, I remember those. Wow. That candy today, is it the same price as when you were a kid?
Most likely not, because I
Most
think it
likely
was
not.
only like maybe 25 cents.
Did you see the price go up as you were a kid?
I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember.
I know that M&Ms are my favorite. Well, those were my favorite candy as a child, chocolate-wise at least. And I remember seeing the price of M&Ms go from 50 cents to 55 to 60 to 65 to 75, eventually to $1. Those same M&Ms today, Kelly, are $2, $2.25, easy. The bag's not any bigger, same M&Ms, yet the value of them, quote unquote, has gone up 400% plus. Why is that? It's because the value of your dollar goes down every second of the day. It's called inflation. And whether it's Mr. Biden or Mr. Trump, doesn't matter. It's a natural occurrence in the economy. Whether you're on any side of the aisle politically, it does not matter. Monetary policy does affect inflation. When you print a bunch of money, you devalue the dollar, therefore inflation goes up. Yes. With that said, it's a natural occurrence, inflation. And with that, 2% a year in a good or a bad economy, you're looking at standard inflation, which means that your $100 today, in next year, 365 days, its purchasing power is only $98, because it goes down 2% every year. So you're able to get $100 worth of stuff today. Next year at this time, you're only buying $98 worth of stuff, which is why it's so important for you to invest in the markets, because that helps you beat inflation. You're putting your money into assets that are accruing in value, and therefore the value of your dollar remains strong because your dollars are growing. I often tell our students, as I tell others, it's like growing a garden. You're planting seeds, you're watering them, and you're watching them grow. Yes, you can do the quick and fast, because there are plants that will grow very fast in your garden in the markets. With that, those seeds that I planted back in 2017 when I was broke on that couch, they bore fruit in 2020. So much so that I didn't have to work. And that is the beauty of it. I planted seeds, I watered them, and watched them grow. That's what the long-term investing does for you in the markets when you're picking the right investments with the right mentor and the right support system.
That's amazing. And I love that you brought up the point of, I mean, there was a lot of people. I used to be in the restaurant business, so I know, and I have a lot of friends that are still in that business, and I know how hard this pandemic has been on them, especially, I mean, excuse me, the restaurant owners. And so it's a great point. I mean, even if you're starting late like me, right, in life, like it's never too late. I feel like even at this point, if you're sitting around on a friend's couch, um, maybe it's time to figure out how to not be in that place. Or now that they're not doing um, government assistance, right? Like we're not getting all the checks anymore. So now how do we change that dynamic so that they don't end up back where they were in 2020?
Oh, absolutely. Some of our students, they're in their 50s. Some of our students are knocking on retirement, and they found us because they've been eluded by the markets their whole life. They were intimidated like me. They were scared and intimidated like me, like you at one point, like many of your viewers. And they realized, hey, there's only so much time I have left doing this thing called life, this amazing thing called life. We only get one. We only get one body, and we only get one time to do this. This is the show. This is not rehearsal. And they say, I'm going to take a chance on myself. I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to invest in myself and learn this stuff. And the results. One of our students, he'll be 52 this year. He's a buddy of mine from the 90s, personal trainer. He's one of our star students because he knew nothing about this stuff. Zero. It scared him beyond belief. He would never look at it. He joined our academy last year. In a year, the results that he's been able to create. It's unbelievable. He says the one thing that he has an issue with is that he didn't start sooner. You only get one shot at life. And if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, take that step forward, because you know intuitively that this stuff is for you. You might have thought, well, it's super hard. I'm here to tell you the markets are easy. It's a core value of our organization to share that with people, because so many people think that this is rocket science, and it's not. The people I know on Wall Street, I mean, my friends are hedge fund managers who manage millions of dollars. They're not rocket scientists. They're normal average Joes and average Jills like you and I, Kelly. The only difference is they're in a different field of study than maybe car parts, or being in the service industry, or being in retail, or even being a white collar worker who's in analytics or something of the like. They happen to be in the financial markets, which is a very lucrative place. Just like you and I know real estate agents, maybe from high school or college, or from church, or from the neighborhood, not rocket scientists. However, they've done very well because they're in a game, they're in a business that pays well. That's what the financial markets are for you. That's what they are for me. Not a hard place to be in, and any age is great to start, because the only time you have is now.
Yeah, and I just heard an article or something the other day that they said that since we're living so much longer now, we aren't actually saving enough for retirement. So then we have people who are really older that they're running out of money because they didn't have that much saved. So like, I mean, this is a great way to also kind of beef up, I guess, that part too.
Yes, talking to two generations, talking to three generations right now, actually. If you're a boomer, if you're someone from the baby boom, well then, this is a great time for you to get started, because your retirement is only going to be so much, and you want to live a great life for the twilight of your years, for the rest of your years. Therefore, you want to learn this stuff. Get in now, because it can be beneficial for you. If you're Gen X, like me and others, well then, you're seeing your parents, grandparents, and you're saying, grandma and grandpa, or mom and dad, they need help. And who's going to help them? That'd be me. And if you're going to be helping them in their later stages of life, you probably want another stream of income in order for you to make that happen. And that goes for millennials also. Millennials and Gen X are basically in the same position. We have a very large population of baby boomers who are going into retirement age, at retirement age, and they need help. They need help to a large degree from a financial standpoint in some cases, in a physical standpoint in some cases. You're talking about end of age care, we're talking about elderly care and the like. None of this stuff is free. My parents, God bless them, turning 80 and 70 this year. And my mom just had major knee surgery. She's doing great, which is amazing. This woman has always been get up and go because she's just had this surgery. She's had to take taxis to get from places that she normally would walk. Now she'll end up walking and she's actually getting the other knee replaced next year. However, taxis ain't free. And she used to just walk just fine. In fact, she's actually walking to the mailbox today, which is a huge step forward. We talked yesterday after I got out of church. That's my mom. My dad, on the other hand, always been super active my whole life. I see him get up and go my entire life. He unfortunately had a stroke 10 years ago. It was a minor stroke, thank God. He's still here with us. With that, he started to walk differently since then. In fact, he's always needed some sort of aid in order to walk. He started with a cane. Now he's using a walker. And he does not get around on his own the way that he used to. He takes taxis often and he needs help. Sometimes he has a home health aide there with him because my mom, she still works. She likes to be active. She likes to be busy. These things are not free. If you're a Gen X or millennial, maybe even Gen Z, and you're taking care of your grandparents or you're there for them, don't you want an extra source of income so you're not stretching yourself too thin? Don't you want to be able to take care of those who took care of you for so long? Don't you want to be able to take care of those who you love so very dearly and who love you very much? And for no faults of their own, they're just getting older? Of course you do, which is why you want to get that other source of income by investing your money, planting those seeds so you can water them and watch them grow so that when your 2020 happens, that cataclysmic event, that event that you didn't see coming, a stroke, somebody falling down at 15 and falling down at 65 are not the same thing. You want to be prepared because I know that when 2020 happened for me, I was very prepared, and me taking leadership in that regard was super, super beneficial. And you taking that leadership is mandatory, really.
Yeah, I love that you made that transition into, you had already been there, but now you're really stepping into it because, like I said, I think that finances are a life skill that everybody should have, right? And so our audience is specifically those that potentially struggle with a mental health challenge or are advocates for mental health. And life skills is something that I've been wanting to bring more into our space too, because we can have all the professionals, we can have all the holistic partners, but what are the life skills that we're able to offer people? So that's why I love and wanted to have you on to be able to share that. This is a life skill, no matter how old you are, definitely something to check out. So when the viewers want to find you, how can they find you?
Sure, they can find me on social media. I'd love to share some links with you. I got some free stuff, y'all. I got some free stuff for you. Hey. We all love some free goodies. We actually have a group, a free mastermind group that you're able to join. It's on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, we'll get you right in there. We share so many goodies about the markets, y'all. I mean, we're giving you stuff that the insiders, that's the information that they get, because what we know we want to share with you. So you can get to us at yourstocksnow.com. When you go to yourstocksnow.com, you'll find our link to our free Facebook group, and you get to be in there and learn alongside of us and learn alongside some amazing people. We have hundreds of people in there. So you get to network and mastermind with other people who are like you. They want to learn about the markets and they don't know where to start, or they want to further their knowledge and they want to further their knowledge around other people, or they know a lot about the markets and they just want to take it to even another level. Nice. Whether you're any of those levels, we're here for you. Yourstocksnow.com, and just click on the link for our free Facebook group.
That's awesome. And I found that link, so it's already in the comments. So
perfect.
Yeah, and then if you have any other links, you're more than welcome to send them over to me. But I so greatly appreciate you coming on today. And I know this has benefited me, so I know that it will benefit our audience too. Any last minute advice, tips or tricks or sayings that you might have?
The markets are easy. It's a core value of our organization because so many people think it's hard, and it's not. I'm living proof. I did not go to Harvard. I did not go to Yale. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm from the hood. I grew up around hood people. I speak hood. I'm not speaking hood this morning, however. I speak hood. With that, if this guy who was broke on a couch 5 years ago can make a 535% return in the market just last year and be able to yank thousands of dollars out of the market when he feels like it, folks, you can do the exact same thing. It's not hard at all. And I look forward to mentoring you in our academy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to come on today. And we'll definitely keep in contact for sure.
Amen. Yes. Let's get learned up so we can turn up.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. That was another episode of Mental Health Mondays. Again, we are bringing people onto the show that are in the mental health space, whether professional, holistic, somebody who experiences a mental health challenge, or anybody that's a mental health advocate. And now we're adding life skills to the pot, giving you more information as much as we can because we know how much you appreciate it and we appreciate you watching. But we can't do this without your help. We can't bring you losing my voice today. Not about perfection. We can't do it without your help. So make sure that you sign up today as a mental health warrior. Again, you will get this awesome shirt. It's our mental health warrior shirts for $20, only $20 or more per month. Become a monthly donor. That helps us bring you all of this content and all of our programs that are all centered around mental health education. So I greatly appreciate DJ Uch coming on today, giving you some life skills as to how to get into the market. Again, his links are in the comment. Make sure that you like this, share it. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube so that you don't miss another Mental Health Monday. And I promise you, we are scheduled out till April with guests, and I am so excited to bring all of them on. You can be a guest on here too. So again, that information is in the comments. And apparently I'm losing my voice today. That's all right. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.